Nima Biswas and you're watching Nation Now. Our top story is a disgusting remark which has been made on the floor of the Karnataka Assembly yesterday by a Karnataka Congress MLA, Ramesh Kumar. He made a rape analogy when the speaker asked him to concede to the situation on the floor of the House. In fact, the remark took place when several Congress leaders had demanded time to speak on farmers' issues. However, Speaker Vishweshwar Hegde Kageri asked Ramesh Kumar to enjoy the situation instead, to which the MLA drew a parallel with rape, saying that when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it. The House, including the Speaker and other MLAs, were heard laughing at this comment. This lewd remark comes on a day when the horrifying Delhi gang rape and murder shook India 9 years ago. So this was actually happening on a day when India was once again remembering the Nirbhaya incident. But this is the situation by our lawmakers. Let's first take a look at that sequence which came in from the Karnataka Assembly.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನಿಸಿದೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು ರಮೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನನಗೇನು ಅನಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಈಗ ಆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದಷ್ಟೇ ನಂದು.
There is a saying, when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it. But that's exactly the position into which you are.
In fact, my colleague Deepak tried to speak to both the Congress leader Ramesh Kumar and Karnataka Speaker Vishweshwar Hegde over the issue. Congress leader Ramesh Kumar remained brazen and refused to apologize. Ramesh Kumar said that he was merely recalling a proverb and there was nothing wrong in it. On the other hand, Karnataka Speaker refused to comment on the same.
You said when rape is inevitable, it's better to lie down and enjoy it.
It is only a saying, that's all. Speaker said, I am enjoying it. I am lying down and enjoying it. I just told him the proverb, that's nothing.
But don't you think it was wrong to say it and it was trivializing, the offense?
No, you people can sensitize over anything. You say you are experts in that in the country. We salute you for your greatness.
Well,
I don't want to comment about it.
No, but
you say we are human
wrong,
beings. No, we are human beings. It was in the course of this thing casually said. You say,
but the offense is not definitely.
It's all right.
So
you are at liberty to draw your inference. We are incapable of replying to your comments. You don't find anything important in the assembly.
No, but this is a grave offense. It's a grave offense.
Yes. What is a saying? I only said about a saying. I said there is a proverb in English. Nothing more than that.
So you think it was right to make a comment like that?
I don't feel it is wrong. If you feel so, you are at liberty to do that. Thank you very much. I don't want to talk further about it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No, I don't want to comment anything.
So, but when you didn't try to stop him at that point in time, and it's a very serious offense which was trivialized in the assembly, sir. And, you along with several other legislators burst into laughter when he makes a statement like that.
No, I don't want to comment. Yes, he is a very senior member. Yes, sir. Yes, express his opinion.
Right. So, but do you think it was right to make an opinion like that or make a statement like that?
No, I don't want to comment.
Right, sir. Thank you.
The comment has sparked a huge furor while activists have demanded suspension of Congress MLA. NCW told Mirror Now that it was extremely sad that Indian representatives were misogynists and had such a horrible mindset.
Women's bodies cannot become battlegrounds. Rape cannot become an issue that elected representatives trivialize, make fun of. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? I hope the Congress president would suspend this fellow who made a joke of rape. Absolutely unacceptable.
You think rape is a joke? I'm not covering my face because I want to or because it's COVID-19. Because I'm afraid of the men that you might have inspired today with your speech and that might come down looking for me. I'm afraid to step out of my house because of men in power like you. It's a shame. In a country where you're talking 24/7 about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, and women being the goddesses and what not, if that is what you want us to do, lay back and enjoy, we will vote you out. And that's when I would like to see how you would lay back and enjoy.
This, however, is not the first time Ramesh Kumar has trivialized rape. In 2019 as well, he made a disgusting comment in the assembly wherein he compared his situation to that of a rape victim. Listen in.
ರೇಪ್ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಂದು. ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅತ್ಲಾಗ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವನ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ವಕೀಲರು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು. ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈಶ್ವರಪ್ಪನವ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಕೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಹೆಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಏನು. ನನಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೇಪ್ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಂಗು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಕ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಆತ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ, ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 100 ಸಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬೀದಿಗೆ ಮಲಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು.
Across to my colleague Neha Hebale, who's been tracking this. Neha, there are no words. The fact that this is actually happening on December 16th, which was the Nirbhaya day, that is, of course, the day when people are remembering one of the worst case of women's safety, lack of women's safety rather, that India has ever witnessed. Not just India, it resonated across the globe. And it is on that day that on the floor of the assembly, elected lawmakers are making this sort of a comment.
Absolutely right, Tanuma. Like you said, there are no words for the amount of disgust that the statement carries along with it. These are our lawmakers, the ones that you'd expect, to put laws in place to ensure the safety of women, the ones whom you would expect to be a little bit more sensitive to the situation today. But despite that, this is not the first time. Ramesh Kumar, it seems like, has made a mockery of rape even earlier. Such a heinous crime that we're looking at. And of course, Tanuma, understandably so, like the women activists said, it's not like them to actually understand what a woman goes through. It's most unfortunate that on a day, like you rightly pointed out, when the entire country was mourning about 9 years of the entire Nirbhaya incident, you have a lawmaker like this. Well, today, in fact, Tanuma, like those people said, like one of the women also that we spoke to earlier said that, possibly it's only once they're voted out that they would be able to lay back and enjoy. It's very unfortunate having coming in here. And let's remind our viewers, Tanuma, that this is not the first time. This is not just from Karnataka, but in fact, in the past, we've seen multiple lawmakers across the country talking about rape in a very, very light manner, making a mockery of it. And it's really most unfortunate. We'll have to see whether any action is taken against this, Ramesh Kumar over here, at least by the party president. Because let's remind you, it wasn't only the MLA who made the statement, but in fact, he had an entire audience over there of lawmakers, both from the ruling and from the opposition, just sitting and laughing away. When my colleague Deepak even questioned the speaker over there, in fact, Vishweshwar Kageri, about whether any action would be taken against Ramesh Kumar, he's also gone on to very lightly, in fact, dismiss the matter and just say, so what? Well, so what, in fact, is what the response that came in over here from the speaker. And it's really most unfortunate that even today, as several women out there are, in fact, endangering their lives, as several of them, go out today on the streets feeling unsafe, that you still have our lawmakers passing, snidey remarks like this, just making an entire mockery of the issue.
That's right. In fact, we have also seen some of the reactions which have come in, but largely, more importantly, Neha, that Deepak, in fact, spoke to the Congress MLA. Even after this, he has remained completely unapologetic. And more importantly, he's also trying to justify it, saying it's a proverb and it's job of the media to sensationalize everything. This also, once again, is a typical answer that we see. And it's not just the first time that this MLA has been caught saying something like that. In 2019, also in the assembly, he made such a same similar remark. It is in fact time for other lawmakers on that assembly, women lawmakers in that assembly, to speak up and put a stop to this.
Absolutely right, Tanuma. Shameful to say the least, for a lawmaker to even think like this. But more importantly, to have said it on the floor of the assembly, where you have at least about, 200 plus MLAs present, where there are women present, where there are elected representatives whom people have voted into power present, for somebody of his stature to be saying something like this. And Tanuma, let's remind you, he's a senior Congress leader. This is the second time that he's passed a comment like this. And despite that, none of the women, MLAs also over there having spoken up, possibly, just silent over the entire matter. And like you said, yes, unapologetic, at least, a bare minimum, at least an apology to the women of the country is in order. And Ramesh Kumar should apologize, is what, people of the country too, of course, today across, in fact, not just NCW, but also we saw several people who've spoken up about this, asking for an apology at the bare minimum. And we'll have to see whether any action is taken again.
That's right, and we are not going to stop till he actually apologizes. Neha, thank you so much for joining us with that.